Gentlemen, I spoke both of you in dressing, losing monkeys. You know what I mean. Now I'm be talking about low blows and give you the last instructions. I want to take hands so we can start the fight. Clean and fair fight, and watch out from your head. Good luck.
And in Janibek, who is deemed to be a nightmare. So a dream homecoming for a man-mare matchup for anyone at 160. Acknowledges the greatness of his opponent, but his opponent tonight, Anauel Ngamissengue, he says that he'll turn this fight into a war. He said, war is where great men fall. And one of the most haunting pre-fight quotes I've heard in some time.
Hey, that's a great line. That's a great line.
Beck's 2 middleweight titles on the line. Round 1 of our main event. Janibek, this one's scheduled for 12.
The one thing I love as a fighter from about Anauel is the fact that he is the jump, meaning he's fighting for the right reasons. He was homeless. Now that he's in a world title fight, you know, fighters come from economic need. Obviously he does. You can't make this stuff up. Rags to riches. And it's historically been a sport of the poor. Just the sport of boxing is all about, has been historically. People come from economic need. For the 20s, it was the Jew, the black, and Hispanics. And obviously, people, British fighters, 30s, Irish, 40s with the Italians. Now, the chance that not the most highly educated but thrive in the world through boxing.
Janibek doing some...
They get the opportunity to thrive, not only survive.
Good work to the body here. And again, you think of the different paths they've taken the bracket in the tournament at the Olympics in 2016 to get here. At one point, they were in the same place. They were on the same side of the team. They were expected to face one another. Finally, they will.
The fact that Anauel is going toe-to-toe with him.
With 2 world titles on the line.
You know, I love, mentally say, look, I'm here to fight. But I don't know if that... Janibek knows how to break guys down. Systematic's going to work for him in the long run. Because it breaks you down. From the body, headshots, every part of your body makes it hurt. I think Janibek bangs the arms, bangs the shoulders, bangs the hips. Janibek's too heavy-handed for Anauel to stay in the trenches.
Tonight,
and
I'm seeing it. This might be the time.
I love it. I love the fact.
Ray, you've been asking for more infighting all night.
They're doing it. I love it.
Ngamissengue.
This guy moves his head in and out, round.
Janibek very crafty on the inside. There's a sneaky shot there from
both guys. But for Benavidez, man, you want to fight Benavidez? That Janibek, man, when he's mentioning guys like Canelo and David, I love that. I love that about a fighter. Just shows you how challenging greatness.
Oh, this might be a little bit of a subliminal rub.
He wants to challenge greatness. He wants to be great,
towards Canelo and Benavidez, but Janibek style, so he can have a little bit more of a hybrid approach. Beck said that he's been adding to his style. He said he's been studying the Mexican in the ring moving forward.
No, you know what I say about Janibek right now? Look at the little things. He's stepping to the side feet. Watch his feet. How he slides. This guy's in range, out of range. High boxing. This guy's out of range. Highly intelligent. This high boxing IQ by Janibek.
Goes long range shot there from Janibek. It's down. Long range shot there from Janibek. And down the knockdown. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Should be.
From the official, a delayed ruling there. From the official, a delayed ruling there. First knockdown of the fight.
Pocket. And he's going to back this guy. Pocket. And he's going to back this guy.
Sharp left hand there from Janibek. For Janibek right now. Beautiful counter right hook. Everything cooking for Janibek right now. Beautiful counter right hook. Everything cooked.
even though those punches aren't solid on chin, he's filled in the shoulder, he's going to hurt you. Aren't solid on chin, he's filled in every one of those guys. He hits you in the shoulder, he's going to hurt you. He hits you everywhere he hits. Very heavy handed.
I mean, we saw that with the first knockdown.
Very heavy handed.
The shot that buzzed. I mean, we saw that with the first knockdown. The shot that buzzed.
Very heavy handed.
Big uppercut on the inside there from Janibek. He's not backing down.
They've said.
Back comes Ngamissengue. He's not backing down.
They've said he's the most popular fighter since Triple G. In pocket, and he reminds you a lot of Triple G when he heavy-handed. And he reminds you a lot of Triple G forward. Heavy-handed, stays in the fence. Great chin.
Then Golovkin, but very different stylistic approach than Golovkin, stylistic in terms of the amount of tools that he has at his disposal. Janibek certainly has a lot of them.
See that little movement he did? That was a great fight. Moved his shoulder
on the inside.
See that little movement he did? That was a great fight. Moved his shoulder. Pushed him back with his shoulder. That's a great boxing move. Just use your shoulder to push him back, create space. Use your shoulder to push him back, create space. I love that. That's throwbacks do that. Use your shoulder, create space for yourself.
Left hand over the top there from Ngamissengue.
Space for yourself.
Left hand over the top there from Ngamissengue.
Didn't move him.
At him, you get the feeling that he wants more of these exchanges. Smiling back at him, you get the feeling that he wants more of these exchanges so that Ngamissengue can open up.
It's the type of fight he wants. That's why he's smiling. That a guy's trying to move once. That's why he's smiling. That a guy's trying to move once. And Anauel is trying his best he can. But no. Doing the best he can. Trying to stay active. But punches have no effect.
Hustle a little bit on the inside. Gets backed up by that left hand. But again, you see the weight of those shots of Janibek. Mostly gloves. But again, you see the weight of those shots of Janibek. Backing Ngamissengue up when he lands. Two right hooks connect there.
He's not getting hit with any solid punches. Look, moves his head on the inside. Rolls with the shoulder. Look, he moves his head on the inside. Rolls with the shoulder.
Said that he felt a duty to give them a night that they could remember, to the fans of his home country, to give them to the fans of his home country.
I love that attitude. Love that. I think once or twice, and not a lot of them, because I've only seen him. I think once or twice. I've only seen him. He ends a lot of fights early. But he's becoming one of my favorite fighters to watch. He always wants to be one of my favorite fighters to watch. Doesn't cheat the fans. Because gives them their money's worth on a show. He always wants to put on a show. I love this.
Over Andre Mikhailovich, where he was criticized a little. Ninth round TKO. Last time out scoring Andre Mikhailovich, where he was criticized a little bit playing with his food a little bit. It looked like a fight. It looked like a fight which would have ended in the second round.
Food a little bit. Love that.
In the second round. See which approach he takes.
Playing with his food a little bit. Love that. Yes. Pretty close to show. He shut it down. Now look, close the show. He shut it down. He stays on angles. He stays on angles. It's called a fighter's angle. It's called a fighter's angle. You make yourself smaller for your opponent to hit. When you're on the sideline, you stay on that angle. You make yourself smaller for your opponent to hit. Everything's tight. Everything's tight.
On the inside there from Ngamissengue. A little chopping shot on the inside there from Ngamissengue. A little chopping shot.
Look. Oh man. He's got a lot of. He's got a lot of Triple G in him. Triple G in him. I roots his head on the inside. Triple G and watched him a lot when he was younger. You could tell. I know he was a fan of Triple G and watched him a lot. I know you could tell.
Again, we've talked about the very tennis in the United States, kind of stylistic influences that he has now. Spending some time training in the United States, picking up, spending some time training. Big uppercut, just popping the head back of Ngamissengue.
But I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. Right there. But Anauel right there. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. Oh, maybe not the smartest. Maybe not the smartest thing again. But then he has shown the heart thing again. Desire. The hungry he wants to be. Desire to be a champion, to be successful,
Ngamissengue primarily an inside fighter. Even fought that way in
to want bigger and better fights.
Primarily an inside fighter. Even fought that way in the amateurs. Really, he's one of those guys where you saw him fight in the amateurs, and you could immediately see how that would translate to the pros. You could immediately see how that would translate. Good hustle on the inside here. Good hustle on the inside here. From Ngamissengue with better work.
Because he's getting hit with a lot of shots.
With better work.
I'm telling you what the chin he got. Because he's getting hit with a lot of shots. Keeps coming forward. You don't see a hole there. You don't see a hole there. That hurt. Ngamissengue did. Beautiful. Yes, it did. That hurt. Beautiful. Ngamissengue did. Yes, it did.
Time is on his side, and he will make it to the end of the round.
But he's feeling that punch still. Many heavy punches.
Ngamissengue said that he had a particular
last round.
Yeah, and he's been walking right into the fire. Moment in training camp where he traveled to Toulouse training camp, and he said, well, this is a learning moment to continue his camp. He had no sleep. He was feeling bad during. I have to push through this because I'm going to be in the fight with that particular session. Ooh. Of my life. He said that was a big confidence boost for him getting through. He's working hard on the inside when he gets there.
Look at the heart. And you notice I keep saying his first name because I desire on this guy. Keep moving forward. Got no shot at that last name, so
I got you.
I knew
with the uppercut there.
But Anauel fight well.
Janibek just missed.
It's good on the inside. I'm telling you. He's just fighting this. I should say it like that, but you can see Janibek has a superior fighter today. Well, we don't. The fight hasn't ended. It's all the skills, all the moves. Well, it's just outgunned at this point. Still got, but Anauel, a long way to go. I get it.
When you're on the inside with someone who's this relaxed,
yes,
but also, I mean, it has to be demoralizing too, Ray. So this vicious.
Yes.
You know, we were talking about James Toney, a prime James Toney approach.
I said James Toney, one of my favorite. Absolutely.
Before we got on the air, that same kind of a
fighters to watch of all time. Top 5 middleweight of all time. And I'm telling you, because he was always relaxed, and no matter what Eddie O'Neill says, one of the top 5 middleweights of all time. Stayed in the pocket, and could fight, roll the shoulders, knew how to fight on the inside, and then he can fight on the outside also. Janibek is doing what James Toney used to do, relax and speed. Look, taking angles on the inside, keeping his composure and punching with power.
Straight right hand there from Ngamissengue. The guard, but Janibek has a better shot that wrapped around the guard. Tries to wrap it around Ngamissengue, who's now warned.
The body shots
below the belt.
We know that, but the body shots are pulling the gap. The body shots are what hurting him, because we know he got a solid chin. Out. That left uppercut to the body is devastating.
Janibek seemingly always thinking uppercut. Right there. Another just turning Ngamissengue, looking for that shot. Good round for the champion.
Great, man, this is an entertaining fight. Matchmaking. A lot of promoters to this fight. Great matchmaking. Sam Kokoski for putting on a hell of a show. And again, I gotta give a shout out to the fight coordinator. There we go. Look, look, boom. There's I got number. He's on man. Anauel keeps coming forward. Keeps coming forward. I'm a big fan of this guy now. I never saw him before, but I'll be looking out everything he's got. Walking the guy's backyard, getting hurt with shot from now on. He's giving it everything he's got. Obviously, he keeps moving forward. Man, you gotta love that.
Round 5 underway. Middleweight title on the line. Janibek, Alimkhanuly. Unifala holding the WBO and IBF versions against the likes of Arislandi Lara, of Carlos Adames, maybe of those titles. Thinking about future fights. Hamza Shiraz also has his eyes on Canelo.
I admire that.
You know, Janibek talked about Alvarez and David Benavidez, according to him.
I admire that.
His beginnings in boxing, Ray, and he lost his first fight. It's because you didn't have a goal in mind. And maybe that's why he started boxing when he's 6. He lost his fight, but his father told him Janibek is always very outward about what his goals are.
Yeah, he's trying to manifest it into, existence.
Are calling people out. He needs to keep something front of mind that he's aiming.
Let me tell you something. He'd be a headache. It would be a hell of a fight too, but Benavidez is a whole different type of Canelo. David Benavidez is animal right now. And that Canelo's great. Don't get me wrong, Canelo's big, great one, great. I don't think that's the fight Canelo needs at this point. Janibek is, we know he's in the 4th quarter of his career. He's not the type of fighter Canelo needs. But look at that, look at that.
Ngamissengue, double jab.
Man, I love the fact he's calling everybody and anybody out.
The right hand connects.
Anauel, man, you got a new
hand there from Janibek. Ngamissengue walks through.
Fanning me. Look at this guy. Keep
big
coming.
Left foot. It digs to the body on the inside.
Those shots are hurting him. Oh! Those shots are hurting.
But Janibek coming back with heat to the body. Ngamissengue doing some good work in this round. Straight shots connecting.
That's the Sunday punch for him all day. Oh, that uppercut. Jeez. That's for Janibek. To the body, to the chin. Look at it. Look at it. Head movement. I love Janibek knows how to fight on it. Inside. Oh, man, that body shot to the... Man, that's great. That left hook to the body. Left uppercut to the body.
Yeah, these short shots on the inside.
They're taking her toll.
Ngamissengue starting to change. Not the level of determination. You're starting to see, I think, Ray, the body language of Ngamissengue.
But he's trying, man.
On another level on the inside. Big left hand.
Trying.
But Janibek is just... Oh, my goodness, what a shot!
Now, it's going to end real quick. But he wants
Kazakhstan, Janibek, still
to do it. That's it.
And that is it.
Yeah.
Good night from unified middleweight champion.
I'm so happy he did that because he would have got hurt. Oh, he got a cut over his eye. That must have happened in his last.
Fighting that kind of action on the inside, precisely for
punches.
Janibek was invited for this reason because he wanted this kind of a finish
on his home turf. That's beautiful. Good
on his home soil.
Yes, to close this show. That's for nothing better. But that cut eye just happened at the very end by Anauel. Whether they butted heads or was a punch, it just happened at the end. Tell you, the guys that want him, but he's going to be on to bigger and better things. I'm a Canelo or Benavidez. Tell you, this guy's going to be a headache for anybody.
Denver being put to work there, getting a Janibek See Russell loved, and heartbreak for Anauel Ngamissengue. So, with one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport, who has nothing to hang his head about.
No,
he
not
went
at all.
toe-to-toe. And unfortunately, that is what happens when you do that.
You're going after a title. You're trying to challenge greatness by going, hey, you go out there, you got to try to going after the world title by taking the title for the champ after it. Like you said, this happens. This guy had big in his backyard. I'm not wishing for it. I'm going after guns, bigger guns, just more explosive. Taking every shot he can. Oh, just right there. But look at Anauel. Anauel's going after him. That's the punch that's separated from the
Take a look, another look at it. He's
senses. Right there. Bing! That's it. Eyes went in the back.
He was knocked out twice on his feet.
Yes. Get ahead. That's it.
I mean, Ngamissengue
was out on
still
his feet.
wanted to get up.
Yes. And did.
Unbelievable hard for Anauel.
And did.
Well, Ngamissengue
Beautiful.